Lori here with the Vrooman Mansion Bed and Breakfast. This is Valentine's weekend, and so for this weekend and the guests that are staying, we are going to do our chocolate crepes with the cream cheese filling. This cream cheese filling, another super simple recipe. Most of the recipes we use here are super simple. It's just combining the right ingredients to make the most excellent food. So, the cream cheese filling for roughly about 23 crepes, which you do 2 crepes per person. You can't go 1. You gotta have 2. Calls for 4 packs of cream cheese. You want to let it get soft. Mine's been sitting out almost all day. So you let it get good and soft so that it whips up nice and easy. Whipping cream. Invest in whipping cream. Buy stock in whipping cream. Okay, yeah. I have stock in whipping cream. So you want a half a cup of the whipping cream. It's a staple food at the Vrooman Mansion. Half a cup of whipping cream. A cup of powdered sugar. You don't want to use granulated sugar. Powdered sugar mixes way better with the cream cheese and the whipping cream. So you can see, just a cup. It seems like a lot, but you've got a lot of cream cheese here. Now, if you don't want it, you don't want 23, 24 crepes, cut your stuff down. Just cut it in half. It's easy enough. Instead of a half a cup of whipping cream, it'd be a quarter cup. Instead of a cup of powdered sugar, it would be half a cup. On and on and on. So back to the vanilla. Here we are again. This calls for a tablespoon of vanilla. So let's get that thick stuff coming right out there. Oh yeah. And again, like I stated in a previous video, if you're using imitation vanilla or liquid vanilla, I like to add just a little extra. It works. It works. I've tried it in the past and it works. You can't go wrong. Okay, then you want to get your trusty dusty mixer going here. And you want to just whip all that together. Start out slow so you're not throwing your whipping cream and your powdered sugar all over. That's a lesson learned. As you get things more mixed up, just pick up speed. Whipping it. Now with the chocolate crepes, to make the crepes, and I'm going to do a demonstration on that as well. You'll add the cocoa. Now you can just do plain crepes, and they're really, really popular as well. The crepe is technically a very thin pancake. If your cream cheese is good and soft, it won't take long at all for it to whip together. Hey, hang on there. Watch out. My little mixer wants to go places. Alright, I'll let it. Alright, and there you have your crepe filling. So we've already done the crepe filling, which with the cream cheese and the whipping cream and such and such. This recipe does not call for any whipping cream. Yay! But it does call for butter. So this is going to be a chocolate crepe, which we like to do here at the mansion, especially for Valentine's Day. It's fun and fancy, and who doesn't like chocolate? You're going to need a blender. It does call for mixing the ingredients in a blender. I'm going to try to go a little slower this time too, so you can write things down if you need to. But we're going to start with 2 cups of milk. Now everything's just going to go right into your blender. So 2 cups of milk. 3 tablespoons of melted butter. That helps the chocolate, trust me. 2 eggs. So far simple. 2 eggs. 1/3 of a cup of regular white sugar. 1/3 of a cup of cocoa. Unsweet cocoa. Make them too sweet, nobody's gonna like them because the cream cheese filling is really sweet. And yeah, you just don't want too sweet a mix. So now this batter is going to be super thin. I don't know if anyone out there is familiar with crepes, but it's a thin batter. And again, it's 1/3 cup of cocoa. And then 1.5 cups of flour. And voila, it's all in there. So, your blender's full. It's almost looking like a milkshake. After a minute, get in there and kind of knock down your dry ingredients so that it can all get mixed in together. It smells good already. Oh yeah, it does. Yes, it does. Now another thing with crepes is you need to let the batter chill. It will help with the cooking process. They will be, I don't know what the word would be, it just makes it easier for cooking. They're more elastic. So here's our crepe batter. A little silver bowl, please. From my lovely assistant and camera girl. And here it is. See how thin it is? It shouldn't thicken as it chills. It should stay this thin. You want it this thin so that it can just kind of roll around the pan and it stays nice and consistent and just crepey. Because that's what we want, is crepes. So I'm going to put this in the fridge for a couple of hours. It recommends 2 or more. You can leave it in overnight. You know, if you're having guests coming and you want to be prepared, make it up the day before, put it in the refrigerator. The longer it's in there, won't hurt it. But 2 hours, maybe an hour, that's pushing it. 2 hours, and you're ready to make crepes. So after 2 hours, I'll be back. Okay, so a couple of hours have gone by. We've got our chilled crepe mix and our filling. Now you want to pull your filling when you're letting your crepes chill so that it can soften up enough to pipe it into the center of your crepe so you can roll it. Most people don't have piping bags. If you do, yay, that's just more the better. If you don't, then you just take a Ziploc baggie or even a full lock baggie, however, cut the end off, cut the corner off, and then you can just squeeze it, and I'll show you that. I'm currently letting my skillet get good and hot. You want it to get good and hot. You're not going to do a lot of batter in the skillet, a small skillet. I suppose you could do a big skillet if you want a big crepe. There's no rules, none. So anyway, if you don't have a small ladle, a good kitchen scoop spoon, an ice cream scoop, or if you have a big ladle, just a half. Just know the size of your skillet. As I said, get it good and hot. You're not going to turn the crepe over, okay? So you'll fill your ladle. You'll put it in, you hear that sizzle, and then you're going to roll your batter around, and just roll it around, and then put it back on the heat, and you'll start to see that the top will dry out as it cooks. You can tell where it's kind of still liquidy, and how it's drying up a bit. I'm not sure if you can see that very well. So yeah, that's looking beautiful. My stuff out of the way. Get my plate here. Now, you get yourself some parchment paper or well, parchment paper is the best. Foil would probably work as well. When your crepe is done, if you want to make a multitude of them, because this recipe it'll make, I want to say, up to 25 crepes. You can just throw them out on your parchment paper. Ooh, there's our crepe. Oh, so hot, so hot. But it fell right out of the pan. Now, when you spray your pan, just a light spray, nothing heavy, super light. That's your crepe. Now a regular crepe, just a regular, it won't be quite as textured. The chocolate does something with the heat and it gets a little more textured. But you can turn it over if you want the textured side to be what you want to show, and fill this or if you want the smooth side to be the side you show, it's your preference. It's just have fun with it. Just have fun. Okay, so then we're going to pipe it. Now, I might have cut the end of my bag a little too much, but I am an overachiever, so here we go. So you'll just pipe out some of that cream cheese. Yeah, boy, that's a lot. That's a healthy crepe. Okay, let's do this. Now, I don't have a piping bag at home, and I seldom think of the baggy trick. So I have just spread my cream cheese in the center with a spoon as well. I mean, again, there's no rules. Just have fun with it. So then we're going to just roll it up. Just roll it up. And that is your crepe. And today we're going to do strawberries with some Cool Whip. Again, you can just dress it up any way you want to. I mean, just any way you want to. This is just the spoon way. It'll give you you'll know more about how much you're putting in there. I mean, you can start with a small little corner of your baggie and that'll be good, you know, and then just roll it. It'll still roll into a nice little crepe. Okay, and then you want to take your strawberries and just cut them so that they look still like the strawberry. Don't cut them the short way. That wouldn't be as fun. And just lay them out on, remember we're trying to wow people here. Lay them out on your crepe. A couple of dollops of, this is worth buying. This Cool Whip squirt can stuff is worth buying. Drizzle a little chocolate chips on there, because who doesn't love chocolate? Isn't that pretty? Let's go more chocolate. All right, we got chocolate crepe, we got chocolate chips, we got chocolate syrup. Which I should have, oh no, I like that. There it is. Isn't that pretty? There you go. So, chocolate crepes, super simple, easy to assemble, and again, wowing your friends. And crepes are extra delicious. Thank you again for watching. Not sure what the next one will be, but it's going to be fun. Bye.